Why Sami Zayn? Why? That honestly was probably the most shocking ending to a WWE Hell in a Cell match that I possibly can remember off the top of my head. We all knew that this fight in the cell was going to be, a big rivalry. McMahon versus Owens, Shane fighting for his family, not only for his kids but for Vince. But where does Sami Zayn fit into all of this? This is something that honestly, Shane might not be, having any more matches for a while, but where does the whole storyline revolve with Owens and Sami? Them getting back together? Why does Sami want to? Is it that he wanted to help Kevin Owens? It wasn't that Owens' career was on the line. I mean, he could have just easily lost the match. Was Owens thinking that? I'm sorry. Was Sami thinking that this was gonna kill him? And even though they had the rivalry, that they were friends, and he wanted to save him, even if it meant he had to turn against Shane, who brought him to SmackDown. I mean, this is the end of one of the WWE pay-per-views where there's more questions than answers. And I mean, that's what keeps you tuning in. That's going to make you want to tune in on SmackDown. But I honestly don't even know what to think. The match was in Shane's hands. Yeah, basically, Shane and Kevin Owens had fought up the cage. And they fought on the top of the cage for an eternity. They probably had more of the match on top of the cell than they did anywhere else in the ring or in the cell. The match didn't even start in the cell. Basically, Shane attacked Owens before he could even get inside of the cell. And then once they were finally locked in, Shane made it a point to try and get outside by using bolt cutters that he'd hid underneath the ring to bust his way out. I have no clue. Once they were done fighting and Owens was trying to make his escape, Shane caught up to him. About halfway down the cell, they did the bump off of the back of the cage through the announce table. And Owens was down. Owens was down for an extended, long period of time. Shane finally got down, and everyone was begging, just pin the man. Just pin. Owens was, had been checked out by the EMTs, who said he was fine, but he hadn't moved in forever. And Shane instead picked Owens up, put him on top of another announce table, climbed to the top of the cell, and much like WrestleMania 32, jumped off. But you couldn't honestly tell the first time. I mean, you knew that Owens was dead, but Owens didn't get hit by Shane. And it took the announcers to play the replay to show that someone had moved him. You could see the flash of somebody coming into the screen, but you couldn't tell who it was until you got a different angle, and there he was. Sami Zayn, revealed as the man. I don't know. I'm speechless. I honestly have no clue. I mean, this is one for the ages that we're gonna have to see what they're doing. We got we got Talking Smack coming up after the show, but there's no way in the world that they're gonna interview Sami. There's no way in the world they can interview Owens. So we gotta wait till SmackDown. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.